lot. You know, getting ready to play at Happy Valley, getting ready to play. Have experience at TCU, but nothing like Happy Valley, so nothing really helps.
Did you make the trip 2 years ago, even though you were redshirting? Did you make the trip to Happy Valley, and just what are your recollections?
You said it left a bad taste?
Yeah, it did. I didn't play, but, you know, I was upset. You know, we lost that game.
What was the lesson learned there just watching?
Just the atmosphere, you know. It doesn't matter if they're ranked or unranked. If they're winning games, losing games, they can win at any point, any time in that stadium. So you got to bring your best every time you play there.
You know, you kind of carry the elan now of kind of a big-time quarterback, you know what I mean? Dwayne, do you look forward to this kind of like situation on Saturday night? I mean, we asked you that before you went to the TCU game, but I don't know, how does it enhance it for you, just this kind of atmosphere?
I mean, I look forward to every game, but a game like this, you know, just makes everything that much more, you know, worth it. So I'm definitely excited to play at Happy Valley on Saturday. It makes it that much more. The fact that I know a bunch of players on the team. Me and Tracy used to work out together back in high school. So just having an opportunity to go compete against him blow for blow, and I'm excited for it.
You know, we're all talking about you in glowing terms right now. Where do you see, what are you pleased with the way you've handled things through 4 games as a starter, but where do you see some improvement that could be made?
Yeah, this it's only my 4th game, and I don't feel like I only can get better. So just keep executing, you know, making minimal mistakes. Just feel like I'm doing a great job managing the offense, managing downs and situations. So just keep getting better at that every week.
Do you pay attention to the height?
No.
Not at all. Like, you don't watch the Sports Center and see the Heisman odds and all that kind of stuff? Not at all. Do you ever pay attention to it?
No, let my play speak for itself.
Dwayne, you said you know Trace a little bit. What do you like about his game?
He's a competitor. You know, has that Baker-ish like type personality, type, you know, competitive edge. You know, watching him growing up in high school, he went to Briar Woods. He won every state championship every year he played, and he's just a really fierce competitor.
Kevin Wilson was talking about how great your preparation is, film work and everything, meetings. Just can you explain the difference when you're a backup quarterback to when you're a starting quarterback, just how exponentially different the preparation is?
Oh, definitely, totally different. You know, you watch film as a backup, you're not really looking at small tendencies, not really looking at who plays what on what side of the field, or, you know, there's a corner that stands inside on a certain coverage. And then when you start, you just see every minimal, like every small detail, and you just pay attention to all those things, and it all adds up on Saturday.
Is watching film fun? Is it like a chore? Is it sometimes a little bit of both? Or?
I mean, you know, first couple of years, it was like, nah, do I have to watch film? You know, I just want to go play. But now I feel how important it is, and actually it's fun for me to be able to see that Sam come on a rifle and be able to pick it up in protection, and be able to, you know, see all the coverage out on the field. It makes it that much more fun for me.
Coach Meyer and Coach Wilson have talked about change in the dynamic of the offense from last year when you had JT, who's more of a running quarterback, pull it and go, to you, who's more of a pocket passer. What have you sensed that shift?
I mean, I probably see that in play calling wise, but we still have all those plays in the playbook, and we still practice them every day. But it just depends on what we're calling for that week, and whether it's passing or throwing, whatever Coach Day or Coach Wilson calls, I'm going to do it to the best of my ability.
What was the feeling like for you in the first half last week? You only played a half, I don't know if you remember that or not. But 20 out of 23, 304 yards, 5 touchdowns. What is it like playing that kind of game at quarterback, if you understand what I'm saying? I mean, does it feel almost like Sandlot?
Yeah.
Or, I mean, huh?
21,
yeah. Excuse me, sorry.
Honestly, when I play, it's like I feel like I'm playing a video game. I see the field and I see the receivers, and it's like no one's there.
Yeah.
So when I play, it's just like, you know, execute, and every play is an opportunity to throw completion, and that's the end goal of me. I want to throw the ball every time I throw the football.
Being able to assimilate things like that in your mind, that's what separates guys, you know, from one level to the next and into the NFL. How long have you been able to sort of like put the pieces in place, so to speak, Dwayne, from what you're looking at, you know?
I mean, I feel like every level I've gotten better with it, but just having that experience, having great coaches, being able to put the film onto the field and putting meetings to the field definitely has helped me so far throughout this season, and I'm looking forward to doing it again on Saturday.
Dwayne, I asked you a couple weeks ago if you know, just about the spring and going head-to-head with Joe Burrow and how that helped you. I think I saw you maybe sneak a peek down in TCU up on the board to see how he was playing in that Auburn game.
Yeah, several times.
Yeah. You know, what did that mean to you to be able to see that, and is it weird at all to have been watching him and not have him warming up next to you?
Just a little bit of both. I'm excited for Joe, and I think he has the opportunity to play at a great place like LSU, and just being able to watch a little bit of those clips during warm-ups a big old jumbotron in Dallas Cowboy Stadium. I was excited for him, you know, for him to have that 2-minute drive that he did and be able to make those plays that he did. I see all the time in practice during spring ball and whenever he was here. And it's different not having him on the field, his little mannerisms, his jokes that he's so famous for. But, you know, I'm happy for him.
You guys both have so much going on. Are you able to keep in any kind of contact now?
Yeah, we try. We still follow each other on social media, and every now and again we text. But, you know, it's hard when I'm busy, he's busy, you know, but we watch each other from afar.
Dwayne, what are your impressions of Penn State's defense? I mean, they have had their struggles at times this year. What do you see when you're watching the film?
Still some experienced players, you know, really sound defensively. The starting Sam linebacker went to my high school, Cam Brown. So I know a lot of players who like recruiting and all that other stuff. So just watching them on film, yeah, they made a couple mistakes, but every defense does. But you know, when they get things rolling, they're pretty good.
I want to ask you about Michael Jordan snapping. He struggled obviously against TCU, but he was much better last week. How much did you work with him last week on those snaps?
I mean, I just tell Mike, just give me the ball and, you know, I'll make it work. And not every snap has to be perfect. I just want the ball in my hand. So I tell him every time you do practice, like, the ball starts with you. You know, quarterback's important, but you touch the ball every play like how I do. So, I mean, whenever we do warm-up snaps or we're snapping against the ones or scout team, you know, every time you snap the ball, it's like a game rep.
Dwayne, you said you admire Trace's competitiveness. How much of that is part of your game? Like, what's your competitor level, I guess? How would you assess that?
I mean, I probably wouldn't say I'm like that rah-rah guy, but it's like fiery, you know. There's plays where I get pretty excited. There's plays where I'm like, that's routine. But watching, you know, Trace have those big plays and, you know, the baseball swing and the salute to the stands, like, that's all fun for me to watch him do that, you know, and I haven't had the opportunity to really do that yet. But, you know, just watching his competitive edge, watching how he competes, especially in high school, you know, just I want to add that to my game.
Someone said to Coach Meyer during the week that you're an even-keeled guy, and his comment was that there was a time where you were uneven-keeled, meaning you were maybe a little too calm all the time. How's that adjustment going, and how is it for you to maybe flip that switch to be a little more fiery and be someone who's sort of captivating and rallies the team around them?
I mean, I always felt like I was always like a good leader, but as far as like speaking and like yelling, all that stuff, that was just never really was me. But I just feel like as far as a quarterback goes, your offensive line looks at you, you know, you get hit, they don't want to see you look shaken up, they don't want to see you be upset. So I always wanted to be just even killed, calm, cool, collected, you know. And whenever I get an opportunity to go play football, it's just a game to have fun, you know.
If the time came.